Hi traders, this is Brad Gilbert with the FX Market Insight coming into the 14th of March. Okay, now as you come into Thursday's trading, we've got a few things coming up. Now we're just in the back end of, just having a look here at the trading sessions. You can see we're sort of 3/4 through that New York session. Now as we're going to come into the Asian session, there is something very important. We've got another meaningful vote for the Brexit issue. Now they're voting whether they just go with a no deal for the Brexit, right, which is 16 days away. So it's going to be very important. I mean, it's dragging on. It's doing everyone's head in. The volatility is out of control. So just be very careful. If you're thinking of trading this, you're guessing, in my regards. But knock yourselves out. So that's coming up. That's in 1 hour 20 minutes, and you should have the result in about 1 hour 50 minutes. So just be aware. You don't want to have, well, you can't, if you're in the trading program, you can't have any sterling open positions going into that. Now, let's just have a look where the good opportunities do sit. Now, trading conditions at the moment, well, the majors are just drifting sideways. The consistently sort of stable to just slightly weak US numbers has the US dollar on the back foot. And with Brexit as well kicking around, you've got all the major currency pairs here really defused on a technical basis. What we do have fundamentally still is, to me, Euro fundamentally I'm still bearish, and I'm still somewhat slightly bearish on the Aussie, all right? And the core market drivers, and this is where the diffusions come from, Brexit, of course. And don't forget, as soon as this Brexit issue is over this week, hopefully we have some sort of clarity, and we'll come back to the Chinese-US relations. So now what we're looking for is, that's all well and good. Where's the next opportunities coming up? And we've actually got a pretty good one. So, right, the Chinese numbers, industrial production and retail sales, are due to come out 2 p.m. GMT time. So, depending on where you are, this is going to really activate the Asian session, in particular for the Aussie and Kiwi, and also dollar yuan. Right, the numbers have been weak. Aussie, to me, is the best potential opportunity because we do have that sort of core underlying fundamental. The Reserve Bank of Australia has told us that they are very nervous about the housing market at the moment. The numbers are coming in weak. We get weak Chinese numbers here. To me, that's a weak Aussie situation, and that is more than likely your next best trade is you selling the Aussie on the back of these numbers. Now, on the back end of that, you come through the European session, there's not much coming out. Then we do have a couple of numbers here coming at in the North American session. Now you can hold positions through these two releases. So just want you to be aware that they are coming out. The dollar has been somewhat diffused, but these numbers with variance can come back into play. All right, now let's just have a quick look a little bit closer at that Aussie situation. And as I said, focusing on the Aussie over the next 24 hours is probably the best trading opportunity. The currency, overall moving lower, started trading sideways, and with the slightly weaker US numbers, only marginally, we're starting to see this thing slowly squeeze to the top side, but it's got no real massive direction. Fundamentally, to me, RBA cautious, the downside's the way to go. Now, if we get weak Chinese numbers, you could be either looking to sell at market or in particular through this cheeky short-term support line around 70.55. Okay, at the moment it's around 70.80. I'll be looking to sell for sure if these numbers are weak, and in particular, maybe down through that trend line on the downside. We could see Aussie fall out of bed here. And, with all these big numbers we've had out of the US this week that haven't delivered, this could be the one number that really gives us an opportunity to tuck some cash into our account. All right, it's been slim pickings at the moment. And that's, I know it's disappointing, but you can't push the markets around. And when they do have this sort of structure, okay, the technical outlook at the moment for these pairs, it pretty well sucks. Okay, what I mean is it's just drifting sideways, so there's no clear, easy trades to get. Now, this Chinese numbers and particularly these potential US numbers may give these currencies some direction. What we need is some variance in these numbers to really get the ball rolling. All right. To me, still, Aussie and Euro are the best pairs because fundamentally they do have a bit of a bias where the other pairs are just drifting sideways. That's the next 24 hours coming up, guys. Have a good trade session. Keep an eye on those industrial production Chinese numbers, the retail sales figures. That's your best bet. And don't forget, over the next hour and a half, we're going to see sterling do some more wild stuff you'd expect. on the back of this, the next Brexit vote. This thing just doesn't stop. All right, guys, that's it from me. Have a good trade day. We'll catch you later on. Cheerio.